Dr. Roz, your VP of Communications, standing in for our phenomenal Phyllis Nash, our Chief Sales Officer. And listen, if you don't know by now what today is, do you know what today is? Today is Wednesday. It's the day we huddle up with our coach. Let me tell you something, guys. Oftentimes, I really believe we don't recognize the caliber of people and the caliber of leadership that we have because if you did, you'd already have your pen and paper. I wouldn't even have to tell you because this is the day we huddle up with Coach Dan Johnson, well known all over the world, all over the country. There's no telling what city, what state he's in right now because he's blessing people, blessing corporations, blessing ministries, blessing businesses. And guess what? He blesses us. And today is the day. Coach Dan, are you out there? If you already can't hear you, you gotta star a couple times. I think he's here. We're waiting to see.
All right, I'm sorry, y'all. Let me try that over again. I forgot to hit the stop button. Dr. Roz in the building, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Listen, if my voice sounds a little funny, it's because I'm in LA. So it's 6 a.m. here. And of course, it's 8 a.m. in the Midwest. It's 9 a.m. on the East Coast. But I'm in LA on the West Coast. Just got here yesterday. It's good to be back on. It's good to be back in the huddle. South Africa, Ethiopia, it was all good. It was all great, doing some dynamic work there. And so we're so grateful for that. I'm actually going to take a big team with me the next time I go because it's a lot of work to do. And you don't have to be a preacher or any of those things to get involved in the work that is happening in South Africa. We've established a development corporation there, and we're building school accommodations. We're building fresh produce markets. We're building, and so I'm seeking to do our part abroad and overseas. But guess what else I know? I know that those of you that are on this line, those of you that are in the huddle, I know that you are building too. You're building your business, and you're building opportunities for generational wealth. You're building opportunities for legacy. You're building opportunities for health. You're building opportunities for wealth. And here it is, you're building opportunities so that you can be free. During my dad chat on Sunday night, I said to my children, so I try to bring my children together 2 to 3 times a month because they're spread all across the country. Not because I got babies everywhere, y'all. It's just I raised them up and I put them out, and they doing their thing. But during the dad chat, I told them their fathers, my job is, the Bible says, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. And I told them that the inheritance that I am supposed to leave them is an inheritance of faith, meaning that my job is to help cultivate their relationship with Jesus, to get to the point where they can do it on their own and their belief system in God and have faith in God to be able to do whatever it is God created them to do. The second thing is to leave an inheritance of family, helping them to understand that family is important. Family is important. And the third thing was to leave an inheritance of financial freedom. And one of the things that I understand about financial freedom is that if you want to become financially free, there's going to become a moment where you can't work every single day for the rest of your life until you die and consider yourself financially free. I don't care how much money you're making. If you have to work every single day in order to make that money and until you die, and then you leave your children a nice sized life insurance policy, maybe some real estate and things of that nature, it may be good for them, but it's not good for you. And one of the reasons that it'd be good for them, if it's real estate or whatever the case may be, is because of the type of asset that's being left. And so as you're building your business, really what you're seeking to do is build an asset that you can leave. Well, how can you build an asset that you can leave where if you're not, if it's required of you every single day to generate the revenue in order for the asset to exist? It doesn't work that way. To Coach Ra's point, I was talking to Phyllis. I just came back from South Africa. I'm now in LA. I land back in Chicago on Monday. I'm supposed to fly back out on Friday for Delaware. I come back on Monday, supposed to fly back out on Friday for Jacksonville, come back out 2 weeks later. I'm in Las Vegas. Next week, I'm in Miami, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm doing a lot. I'm generating revenue. I'm built. But if I die, all of that revenue from Dan Johnson being on planes everywhere dies with me. I'm going somewhere, so I hope y'all paying attention in a little bit of time y'all decide to let me have this morning. It dies with me. And as a result, I can't leave it. Can I leave the knowledge? Can I leave the information? All of those things. Yes, I'm leaving that. I can leave that. But is that a convertible asset that can translate to financial freedom for my children's children? Now, the information can help them go out and build, which is what I'm doing with my children. I'm in LA with my daughter, helping. I'm in, and she's getting ready to graduate. I'm raising up my son to be able to take over the business. My other son is in Sacramento, and he's doing what he's doing. So the information can help them become financially free. The information can help them live a certain kind of life. But that information is not a convertible asset as to where it can directly connect to their financial freedom. Well, how do you do it, Coach? What are you talking about? So how does this work in the context of the business that I'm building as you're having this conversation with me? I hear you. Yes, it makes sense. But how can I take this moment that you're saying, what can I do? Well, I'm going to tell you. One of the reasons that MLM, social selling, multi-level marketing companies, one of the reasons that is so great, one of the reasons that many people get so excited about it, it's because of this built-in system and this built-in model that will help you to build from generations to come. That's why one of the things we tell you about your business is that it is a willable business. And the only way it can be a willable business is the only way you can have a business is if it's generating some revenue. Because if you're not generating revenue on a consistent basis, eventually the business is going to go out of business. So that revenue generation process or the model is what we call residual income. Yeah, residual income. Here it is. I want to go back to Africa. I'm going back to Africa in February. Then I'm going back again in September. I'm going to Uganda in June. And so the only way that I can continue to do this kind of stuff, many times I go, every time I go, I get paid, right? But I don't necessarily get paid enough to take care of the $50,000-$60,000 monthly expenses and stuff that I have, right? So the reality of the situation is, how do I take care of that? Well, there's this thing called residual income. That residual income means that you've worked for that income once or twice or whatever the case is, and now that you put in all of the work to get that income coming in, to get that particular customer unit, that residual income continues on, and you making money off of it while you're going on to next. You guys don't know this, but every month I get about 6 to 7 checks from insurance, from stuff, from conferences and things that I've spoke to as a center of influence years ago, I still get paid on it. That's residual income. I've never had to work for it again. I worked for it one time and the money continues to come. When you are dealing with this Akana brand, what you have baked in its system is opportunities for residual income. Well, what are you talking about, Coach? What do you mean opportunities for residual income? Well, here's the reality. I don't know if you notice or not, if you're watching television, no matter what you're doing, everybody is trying to get a member. Everyone is trying to get people to spend a certain amount of money every single month on their product or service. In our industry, that's why people had what was called auto ship. They had auto ship because that meant every month automatically a certain amount of product is going to get shipped out. And as a result of that product getting shipped out, guess what's going to happen? Excuse me. You get paid. Amazon has a form of auto ship for different items that you buy frequently. I have about 4 items that I buy on Amazon frequently. So now I put it on auto ship. So every so often they're shipping me these items. And this is how you want to get paid. Well, people, listen, we don't want people to get healthy for 7 days. We don't want people to just get healthy for 21 days. We want people to stay healthy. And one of the ways that we know that people got to stay healthy is that they got to constantly cleanse themselves. You take your car to the shop, depending on the type of car you drive. Some people drive cars where you got to change the oil every 3,000 miles. The purpose of changing that oil every 3,000 miles is to keep the engine clean and to keep everything running within the vehicle so the vehicle can run at its peak performance. Some cars is 5,000 miles. You got to change the oil. Well, it's the same thing in your body. You got to cleanse your body. There's parasites, there's bacteria, there's all this kind of stuff that's in the foods that we eat. Even those of us that are working this plant-based diet and things of that nature. So every so often, you have to cleanse your body. You have to cleanse your colon. You have to get rid of the parasites. And so therefore, when I'm out here, when you're out here and you're talking to people and you're getting them to do the 7-day cleanse or the 21-day cleanse, I want to make certain that you are properly positioning your proposition for them to take ownership of their health. Well, Coach, what do you mean? What do you mean? I'm glad you asked the question, so I'm going to give you an answer. So here's the deal. You should never, I'm getting excited in this hotel. Y'all better pray for me real quick, because you should never, ever, ever, did I say ever? I'm going to say it again, ever, sell somebody a 7-day cleanse or a 21-day cleanse without having a date. Here we go, you guys, for them to do their next cleanse. Because what you're doing is you're going to put them on a better health system. What do you mean? Because they want to live a healthy life. So what you're going to say to them is stuff like, hey, listen, if you're on this 21-day cleanse, you need to do this cleanse every 6 months. If you're on the 7-day cleanse, perhaps you need to do the 7-day cleanse every 90 days. And so the reason why, and you give them the reasons, because you're eating stuff, you're drinking stuff, and though you do the best you can to make certain you're not putting stuff in your body that don't belong, there's things that gets in your body without your permission because you don't know exactly how those things are taken care of before you actually put them in your body. So when you sell the first cleanse, it's a setup. You're not selling just the cleanse, you're selling a health and wellness lifestyle. And now, guess what happens? If it's the 7-day and you're doing 90-day every 90 days, then you know every 90 days that customer is going to buy because you've already put it in their health and wellness plan. If it's a 21-day cleanse, that means every 6 months, you know that person is going to buy because you've already put it in their health and wellness plan. But wait a minute, it gets better. Why does it get better? Because the folk over there, they pretty smart. So here's what happens. What happens is you got the Arona berry juice. You have the Arona berry juice. You have you got the protein shakes. all of those type of things that can be used as meal replacements, that can be used as supplements and things of that nature. And so then you got other maintenance items that you could put them on. So what you got to do is create your own little pack. Don't let everybody create the pack for you. Create your own pack. Create your Moni Juice, your berry juice pack. Create with the protein shake, and maybe put some your cranium or whatever the case is to try to keep the body balanced. And you put all of that together, and then you say, now to offer optimum health in between your cleanses, this is what you want to do to maintain weight loss, keep the body detoxified, and you understand what I'm saying, and keep your endocannabinoid system in balance. This is what you have to do. And now I got about 3 or 4 maintenance packs that I put together that I found has been great for my clients. This is at level 1. Then you're creating this on your own. Why? Because it's your business. It's your business. And you get them set up and you get them committed from the very first time. Because why you want to do it this way? Because the first time they say yes, they are in a yes mood. Come on, y'all. And the best time to make a sale is when the client is in a yes mood. Are y'all understanding me? So this is how you properly position your proposition. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't win over time. And so hopefully, as a recap, if you want to become wealthy, if you want to have financial freedom, you got to do it through residual income. In order to do it through residual income, that means that the sale that you work for today, you want to be able to live off of that same sale for the next 9, 12, 18 months, 24 months, or what have you. And the only way that you can do it is help them understand at the beginning of the sale that you're not just selling them for the moment. You're becoming their health, you're becoming their health partner for a lifetime. And in order for them to maximize optimum health, they're going to have to be able to do this on a consistent basis. And I'm telling you, if you properly position your proposition just like that, you're going to begin to see that the customers you sell today will be your customers for tomorrow. And then as you begin to send them weekly or maybe bi-weekly updates of health and wellness notes, when it's time for them to be able to, when it's time for their next cleanse, you say, hey, listen, it's about that time for your next cleanse. Give them a healthy reminder. Hey, don't forget, give testimonials about the berry juice. Give testimonials about the protein shake. Not all that you're going to tell them at the beginning, but you're going to drop on them throughout the process to make certain that they are going to your online spot and getting the product so that they can continue to maintain maximum and optimum health. Y'all know me. I could get on and go on and on and on and get this and do this all day, but I'm going to put a pin right there. Don't forget, you guys, you got to go get your 2 people, because that's on that side is creating a residual income from your efforts. But then you know that as you help build your business by bringing people in, helping them to become health and wellness coaches, at the end of the day, they begin to do some of the work, and you benefit off of them doing the same, duplicating what you're teaching. And so make certain that you get your 2 people, get them on the call, Listen, don't disrespect your business by not exposing your business to an opportunity that you found to be an opportunity of a lifetime for you. I'm not finished, but I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to pass this back on. To Dr. Roz. Miss Phyllis may have jumped in. I want to hear y'all's voice. Thank y'all so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful, supernaturally kind of day. Last piece real quick. I need y'all help, y'all. I'm not really big on social media, so I need y'all to help. I need y'all to be my friend on Facebook. I got to get these numbers up on Facebook. I'm Dan D. Johnson. On Instagram, I'm Dan D. Johnson _. Y'all help me. They keep telling me to ask for people to get on to help. So I'm asking y'all to help, Coach. Follow me, and we'll get this done together. Look forward to seeing you at the top, the very top, the tip top. Back to you, Dr. Roz or Phyllis.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Coach Dan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, come on, guys. Help out. Dan D. Johnson, you heard it. Facebook, Instagram. Let's get these numbers up. Let's show his team we back him all the way. Absolutely fantastic. Now, to Thursday night, 7 p.m. Get your two on the conference call. It's a conference call, not a Zoom. So this is the same number that you're on right now. The same number that you're on right now. And it's a quick, fast, in a hurry. It's getting done. Let's blast it out. Let's get those people on there. We've got more lines so your folk can get on this week that didn't get on last week. But let's get busy, get busy, get busy. We're excited about what's getting ready to happen. Thank you. We're in the huddle. We've got our marching orders. We know what to do. Thank you, Coach Dan. Now it's time to do what? Go out and execute the play. Let's go. As our CSO would say, push.